Yo, we got to talk about this, man. This is crazy, man. It looks like your boy Bill Cabins is teaming up with Sugar Man to take CJ on 32s down, man. He dropped a video a couple days ago, man, and he went off on CJ on 32s. And then I seen all these comments right here. This one says, Build, how was CJ going to tell you to your face if he was in Dallas and you went to a Juliet? He says he was there when I was there. So CJ on 32s was apparently there when Bill Cabins and Marty Marr linked up. And then here somebody says, I do want to know what was the reason you went to the clubhouse if he wasn't there. And he says, to try to make me into a yes man. To try to make me into a yes man. And then down here he says he was actually invited. So Bill Cabins was invited to go down, which doesn't make no sense. Why would they invite you? Why would they want you to be a yes man? If you said a couple months ago, him and CJ got on the phone and it didn't go too well, right? He said CJ disrespected him or whatever, which makes no sense. So if he disrespected you, the phone call didn't go in your direction, why would you still go to the clubhouse? It doesn't make no sense at all. And lately he's been going super hard on CJ on 32. He ain't even like neutral, right? Because I remember he also said he wasn't on anybody's side, right? I don't know if you guys remember that. He said he really not on anybody's side. He's on everybody's side, which is the opposite. But now he's really on Team Sugar Man, and that's cool, right? You could be Team Sugar Man. There's nothing wrong with that. But it changes the whole perspective, because you were all about CJ on 32s, 32 gang, not that long ago, and then when CJ dropped his video, you went off. But anyways, man, we're gonna play in the background. I know we got all these different clips on the screen, but we're gonna play in the background since Bill Cabins is Team Sugar Man. We're going to play Sugar Man clips.
I'm not going to catch on to what we saying because CJ on 32s is the conglomerate. People been getting my DMs nonstop. I already knew it was going to come with what it was going to come with. But I stand for integrity, and I can't let anybody disrespect me, all right? I can't have... Look, man. What was some of y'all saying? A lot of y'all was hitting me up, man. You don't want to go against 32 gang. Man, you're going to miss out on money, man. Don't you want to hang with those guys? That I said, did y'all hear?
Hold on. What guys, right? Because it's different than saying one guy, but now you're saying guys. So you're really saying Marty Marr and CJ, but you hung around Marty Marr. But then again, it don't make sense to me. Why would I go hang out with guys that I don't like, that I don't agree with, that clearly disrespected me, and not me, but him, right? Because he says that CJ was on the phone with him and CJ disrespected him or whatever. So why would the last thing I'd be thinking about is going to his clubhouse. Why the hell would I pop up to a CJ on 32's clubhouse if him and I clearly got on a phone call and don't get along and we don't like each other? The last thing I want to do is actually show up and go into his clubhouse. None of it made any sense. And Marty Marr being CJ's right-hand man, why would you... I don't get it. It don't make no sense. It doesn't make sense.
What I said, that man disrespected me. It's that simple. I don't care what he's offering. The man disrespected me. It's that simple. Y'all just turn y'all head for some money? It's all about integrity and respect. Even when I was in jail, I didn't have nobody disrespect me like that. Why you keep bringing up all...
So he disrespected you, but you still... And he says it's not about the money, but it is about the money. Because you clearly still making videos about CJ on 32s. Like, you make nonstop videos about CJ on 32s, so it is about money. How can you say it ain't about the money, but all your videos are making money? They're making a lot of money. He's making a lot of money off CJ on 32s, And then he want to sit here and say that he ain't doing it for the money. Nah, you doing it for the money. If you take CJ on 32s out the picture, out of the equation, out the thumbnails, out of the titles, let's just be real. If you take CJ on 32s out of the content, he won't make money. So you can't say, oh, it's about a respect thing. It ain't no about no respect thing, because you clearly got disrespected by him. That's what you saying. But you still using him in content, titles, thumbnails, videos, nonstop, back to back to back every single day. Obviously, it's for money. Come on, man. Like, or maybe I'm confused. Y'all get in the comment section. Maybe I'm confused, because if you don't like dude, why in the world would you go drive up there, hang out in his clubhouse, tour the clubhouse, tour the cars, and they don't even want you there? First of all, I think Marty Marr just, he finagled him. He took a couple $100. It is what it is. Lawsuit Jerry didn't look happy. So it was already bad chemistry. It wasn't even a great meetup.
These person this and that and that. Look, what did I just say? The man disrespected me. It's that simple. Where T-Rex at, nigga? Now we car beefing. How? No. Nigga ain't do that shit. Luke Graham now.
So hold on. Now they're trying to drag Rel into it. So you got Sugar Man, you got Bill Cabins, and they trying to drag Rel into it. It's crazy. Wow.
Money, I got this, I got that. They ain't mention no other niggas. Stop acting like this. Stop acting like this on the floor. Trying to stop acting like you ain't who you are for real, my nigga. I ain't painting no picture of you, nigga. I'm just saying what the fuck it is, because you seen what the saying. You went to CJ and show him all the mentions where I said either he was on some gay shit or whatever the case may be. You and him said that. Why can't you can be real? So the common denominator is Shauna, man. I hate to say it, I don't got nothing against Shauna. It's just, it is what it is. Shauna know what she doing. At the end of the day, was it right?
How you gonna say you ain't against Shauna when you literally dogged her in the last couple of videos? You literally dogged her. You were rating her, in one of the last videos, he was like rating her, I guess, outrage or whatever. I don't know, her trolling Sugar Man. You were like, oh, I'd give her a 7 or a 7.5. Or Shauna, hit me up and I'll let you know how to get under people's skin like the way I get under CJ's skin. And it's like, bro, like, you really not getting under CJ's skin. CJ don't really care. CJ's making millions of dollars. You think he really cares about... He don't care about the videos I make. He really don't care about the videos. But he got betrayed by you, actually, right? Because it wasn't like I tried to get into this whole snake idea of, let me play like Team CJ. I'm going to defend CJ and make all these biggest hater videos on Mike Ray and Ice Cream just so I can be buddies with CJ. And then once CJ gave you Cloud and Motion, and then just didn't agree with your content and wanted you to switch up a little bit, you went completely 180. Like, that's crazy. How you going to go a complete 180 on the guy that promoted you and created you? Like, this, see, y'all don't want to give CJ credit. Like, CJ is not perfect. We get that. He's not, he might have did a lot of people dirty or whatever. But at the end of the day, CJ, y'all wouldn't know any of these people without CJ. Let's just be honest. Like, you wouldn't know Shauna P, you wouldn't know Sugar Man, Rel, Stunner Reese, Marty Marr. You wouldn't know any of these people. Jerry, Bill Cabins, you would not know them without CJ on 32s. And we can even go numbers. All right, Rel to Real, before he joined 32 Gang, before he got around CJ, he didn't even have 100,000 subscribers. Stunner Reese did not have 100,000 subscribers. Sugar Man, all these people did not have 100,000 subscribers. Rel barely had 30,000 subscribers. Stunner Reese barely had like 50 or 60,000 subscribers. When they got around CJ, they actually hit over 100,000 subscribers. Y'all can go back and look at the videos, look at the views. So CJ gave them all motion. He gave Bill Cabbins motion. Bill Cabbins, when he first got on the scene, he barely had 1,000 subscribers. We used to clown Bill Cabbins for having like 400 or 600 subscribers. And CJ was the one that shouted him out numerous times, and that's what boosted him up to like 5,000.
For Sugar Man, quote unquote, the pillow talk? Nah. But the way the story was explained by her and both of them is she got mad at, she used to get mad at CJ, and then she run and tell Sugar Man what CJ did, and then Sugar Man will be on her bandwagon, and yeah, you should do that if that's the way you feel, and Shauna didn't stick to it, and then, it's still the common denominator is Shauna P. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess he gonna go with who got the most money or something. I don't know, man. It's just sad and unfortunate. You feel me? Why can't I get on this bitch real? Now I'm bashing women. Now I'm bullying. Am I? Or am I responding? A lot of people say, "Oh man, go on." Well, you know what I'm saying? I am gonna go on with my content, but I'm gonna capitalize off of this. I'm gonna get my money off of this charm that was gifted to me by him. I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna make my views. And since y'all want to send shots at me, you talking about, nigga? Let's put it on the floor. Oh, we don't want to put it on the floor. We just want to sneak this you because we don't want to give you no more clout from our big platforms. Come on, man. All of the gay games, bro. I don't care if it help you or hurt you. I never sneak this y'all. It is what it is, nigga. Once I wasn't getting no more money off of Shauna, it didn't matter to me no more. Shauna, stop. And y'all keep forgetting it's the principle when it comes to this. Two different situations. I had my situation with CJ. He want to lie on my name. He want to do all of this. And, quite frankly, I'm going to be 100 with y'all. What CJ should have did was stand on business and say all that stuff that he said to me over the phone to my face. I would have respected CJ more as a man, but I know how it goes.
Ooh, so you saying CJ ain't man enough to say it in your face? That's what you saying? CJ is not man enough. So, I mean, hold on. Time out, man. So you and CJ on the phone didn't get along, right? Clearly you didn't want to follow his agenda. But you wanted to be part of 32 Gang. You wanted to make videos on CJ or using CJ for content. But you didn't want to follow his lead. But you still wanted to use him to make videos, to make content, to put him in thumbnails, put him in titles. Every single day talk about him. But still don't want to follow his lead even though you're using him. He's not using you, you're using him. And then you want to pull up at the clubhouse. Boy, that shit don't make no damn sense. It makes absolutely no sense at all. And then now you talking about disrespect. Now you disrespecting him openly. You saying he ain't a man. He a coward. He can't say that shit to my face. All that shit he said on the phone, he can't say it in my face. I pulled up at the clubhouse. And then you still making videos. Like, if CJ was real petty, CJ could easily strike all his videos. That's if CJ was so petty, but I don't think CJ liked that. But the way you coming out openly saying he's not a man to say to my face or whatever, clearly he was man enough to tell you on the phone he didn't like your shit. Clearly him not meeting up with you in person means I don't want to rock with you, dude. I don't want to be around you. Stop using me. That's clearly what he's saying. He's like, bro, I don't want you. I already got a girl. I don't need you coming up here. And you still wanted to go up there obsessed. Let me look at your clubhouse. I want to see you. I know how the game goes. I know how people get tough and do this and that, but they really not going to stand on it. It ain't no hate. But at the end of the day, if you're going to do all this disrespecting, at least